In this video, we thought we'd show you 3 of our favourite fossil hunts from this year. We've had lots of really exciting finds, and we thought what better a way to round off the year than to show you 3 of our favourite fossil hunts. Hope you enjoy them. If there's any other videos you'd like to see, let us know in the comments. Otherwise, sit back and relax and enjoy. I've come out fossil hunting today, and there is what looks to be a pretty fresh shale fall which has come down. It's quite a lot of it. Lots of loose slabs. I'm hoping there's going to be some nice fossils there. Let's have a quick look around for some fossils here, then we'll head over to the fall. There's a couple of belemnite fossils here, just starting to be revealed by the sea. One right there, and another here. You can see the belemnite guard and the phragmocone. There's also a couple of pretty poorly preserved ammonite fossils as well. One there. One just over here. Pretty interesting this. We've got one ammonite, just the imprint left. And over here, got another ammonite preserved on top of a belemnite. Pretty interesting combination. And a much smaller belemnite preserved just nearby. Quite a few interesting fossils, all just in this same area, all naturally being gradually eroded by the sea. We might as well have a little look through some of these pebbles as we're walking along to see the shale fall. Alright, that nodule looks quite interesting. I didn't actually think we'd find anything in this little particular piece of the beach, but here we go. Wow. Looks like that's going to be a pretty nice tenucostratum or semicellatum ammonite. We'll crack that open pretty soon. Let's have a look and see if we spot any others. We definitely know there's fossils around here now. There's a little ammonite, quite worn, but probably will be complete inside. And just up here, you can see another one as well. Wow, we've already found a fair few fossils. It's going well. Just stepped over here and literally spotted another pretty promising nodule. Can you see where it is? This one is right there. You can see the edge of another nice ammonite. Oh, look at that. There's 2 in this nodule, preserved on top of each other. Very nice. Is there anything else before we move on? Can't really see anything else. Certainly nothing obvious around here. We found quite a few nice nodules there. It's going better than I thought it would. I also picked up a couple of extra nodules, and I'll show you those now, then we'll head over to the fall. Nothing too exciting, but a couple of other ammonites that we missed just as we walked along. Now let's head over to the shale fall. Hopefully there's some more fossils waiting to be found. Well, we're at the fall. Let's see if there's any fossils here. Of course, I don't know if anyone else has already had a look here. There might have been a lot of fossils, but they've already been taken. All I can do is look and see what we find. You can see the fall is majority shale, as we expected. Hopefully there might be a few nodules here. Something worthwhile picking up. You can see the imprint there where a nodule has been, and there's evidence over there of a nodule that someone else has opened up and has been completely empty. This one has had a phragmocone from a belemnite inside. I think there's probably been an ammonite fossil inside this rock, but looks like it's broken either naturally or maybe someone's tried to get it out. Looks like it's been pretty fractured either way. We could potentially extract most of a fossil out of that. I'll give it a tap with the hammer in a little bit and we'll see. I wonder if this nodule will contain anything. Why don't we try and chip it out of this shale slab and see. Hard to know for sure, but it's worth a shot. Now, you can already see there is going to be a fossil inside this. Probably a complete specimen as well. Couple more taps. Let's have a look at it. Can't wait to tap this open with the hammer and chisel. It's been worth coming just for this. Hopefully it does actually open well and it's not going to let us down. Well, I'm really impressed with this nodule. I'm hoping it's going to open up very well. We've already got the really nice fossils from the pebbles and also this fossil here. Let's have a quick look for some more and then we'll open the ones up that we've already got. Let's open up our prize nodule. It's going to be really exciting opening it up. Looks quite soft, quite eroded, but that should help us when we open it. Might open a little bit easier. And just as you saw, that opened incredibly easily. Moment of truth, let's have a look. Okay, that's not too bad at all. It's not gone as perfect as we'd hoped. A little bit of this outer whorl has stuck onto the other side of the fossil. However, we've got a pretty nice specimen there. Once this little piece of limestone is removed from the centre, the fossil will be pretty much perfect. So all in all, a nice fossil, which will look even better with some preparation. Not too bad at all. We also found these two nodules. One of the first two that we picked up. You can straight away see this one's opened way better than the first one. Look at that. Now that one really is perfect. Really nice Dactylioceras tenucostatum ammonite. I was going to crack this one open as well, however, given that there's two stacked on top of each other, I think it'll look much nicer having them prepared with the finer tools at home. There we have it. Got quite a few nice fossils today and a couple of ammonites that opened up really nicely. I've also got a couple more ammonites which I'll be cracking at home when I get back later on. Let's move on to the next part of the video. We're going to be having a look at 4 interesting fossils that my dad has recently prepared. Brought them down to the beach so we can have a good look at them. These are some interesting finds that we found over several fossil hunts. The first one here, as you can see, is some really lovely crocodile bones, including crocodile scutes and some other fragments of bone which are hard to fully identify. There's also a few compressed ammonites preserved with it. Finding any sort of fossil crocodile bone is really rare. Finding a piece like this was so exciting. The next piece is some ichthyosaur teeth. Again, a really rare find to find so many together. Preparing the teeth is a particularly difficult challenge. You have to be very careful. My dad's done an excellent job here. The next bone, we're not 100% sure what it is, potentially an ichthyosaur clavicle or scapula. It could also be plesiosaur. We'll have to have a further look into it after making this video. The 4th fossil in this selection is a partial fossilised fish jaw with several teeth still in place. It's also preserved alongside several fossilised shells and an ammonite. At the furthest left and furthest right of the jaw, you can see a few of the teeth. It's hard to know exactly what species of fish it's from, however it was a really nice find. We're now going to move on to the second fossil hunt out of the 3. I hope you enjoy it. Me and Shay have come out fossil hunting on a calm, sunny day. We've come down to this beach where we often find some really exciting ammonite fossils. Shay's going to introduce the video now.
Me and my brother decided to come out to the beach today. We aren't expecting too much, we haven't had many rough seas, it's pretty flat. We've got some nice weather though, so that's a bonus. We've just stumbled across this little Hildoceras ammonite pretty much straight away as soon as we came onto the beach. It's still got all its shell intact, so it's got some lovely colours. All we could see in the nodule before we cracked it was just that little bit of keel there that's slightly worn. But once we revealed this side, we were really pleased with it. So hopefully we find a few more like that today. We've also got a really special find that we're going to show you at the end of the video. So we hope you enjoy that. Let's find some fossils.
First things first, we're going to be checking the shingle just as we've got down to the beach. There's so much shingle and shale and nodules to look through. There's almost certainly going to be some exciting fossils to find. Shay's got quite a big rucksack on in the event that we come across quite a lot of fossils. However, rarely we manage to fill a rucksack of that size. Even if we just find a couple of nice fossils, we'll be really pleased. As we've already mentioned, we've got that incredible exciting fossil to show you at the end of the video too. So no matter what, we're going to be seeing some awesome fossils.
My brother has spotted what looks like a really nice nodule which hopefully contains an ammonite. We haven't moved it yet. Let's go over, have a look, and hopefully there's something nice inside. This is what we initially spotted. Looks like a nice round nodule. And if we just pick it up, because it's still stuck in the mud. Oh wow, we can actually see a really nice keel of an ammonite. I think we should crack this open. And,
Should we crack it open now?
Yeah, let's go for it. Put my safety glasses on. Are we ready? Oh, so let's go in the other side. Let's try and get a different angle on it. So the rock above the ammonite itself is peeling away. Oh wow, it's almost fully exposed, just over half of it.
We decided to leave that fossil and not hit it anymore. There was already a good amount of it exposed, and we could easily remove the remaining limestone with the preparation tools at home. Now we're going to have a look for some more fossils.
Little Hildocerus ammonite. Split open pretty well, I was surprised. When I first saw the nodule, you couldn't really see anything obvious, and then gave it a little tap. So really pleased with that one. Nice.
I've just spotted one down here. I've not had a proper look at it yet, but you can see it's most likely a complete fossil inside. Let's have a look.
Well, there's no doubt that there's one in there. Let's hope we can get a good split on it.
Yeah.
Put my safety glasses on.
Oh.
Moment of truth. That's not too bad. The middle hasn't been preserved, but the rest of it,
Yeah, I'm pleased with that.
the rest of it's pretty nice. Some lovely pyrotisation. Lovely split.
We've had some really nice finds, all in quick succession. I'm going to check a different part of the beach now and see if there's any more fossils in this area to be found. Lots of potential pieces of nodule and limestone still to pick up. And I'm sure there's going to be some lovely fossils amongst it.
Aaron's just told me that he's spotted a nice ammonite nodule. I haven't seen it myself, so I don't know if it is nice, but I'll be the judge of that. Let's go have a look at it. That's really obvious. You can see the keel just there. Looks like it'll split pretty easy as well.
Ah.
It already has split. Just needs a little bit of the middle removing. I'm surprised with that. Beach prepped almost.
All of the fossils that we've found today so far have been ammonite fossils, and some really nice ammonite fossils at that. We're still going to have a look around for some more and see if there's any other fossils that we can find. We've also got that marine reptile fossil still to come. I'm very excited for you to see it.
We've just spotted a Jurassic rock, which we hope contains an ancient sea creature. So let's go and crack it open. It's just here. All we can actually see is the edge of what we think is an ammonite. So let's pick it up, have a little look at it. Looks promising. I'm excited to whack this one. Get my safety glasses on. Okay, we've got a split. Oh wow, that's amazing. A 185 million year old fossil. And it's split perfectly. So what looked like a pretty boring rock turned out to be something quite amazing.
After scouring the beach for quite a lot more time, we didn't really find many more fossils here whatsoever. Next thing we're going to do is just head a little bit further up the beach, and I've come across a nodule which Shay is pretty excited to open up. It's a large pyritic nodule, and we're hoping it's going to contain an equally large Eleganticeros ammonite, but we have no idea whether the nodule will be empty or contain a fossil at all. Shay's going to crack it open just now.
Aaron's just found this absolutely huge cannonball nodule. We can already see a couple of imprints or a couple of crushed ammonites already on the outside of the nodule. So hopefully there's something nice inside when we give it a whack. Nothing just yet. Give it another go. Moment of truth. And it looks like a coprolite. So some fossil poo.
That was unexpected.
Yeah, a couple of ammonites. A little bit of poo. Oh well, better luck next time.
Just on our way back, we couldn't help but find one more ammonite fossil. This is one that we had missed when we were looking previously. Shay's going to open it, and fingers crossed it's another lovely specimen.
Hey,
Oh.
nice. That split better than expected. It's a lovely one. You can see all the calcite in the chambers. Nice clean split. Pleased with that one. We finished collecting now. We're about to head back up the cliff. The tide's on its way back in, so we wouldn't have got much longer on the beach anyway. We found some really nice finds today. I'm pretty pleased with how it went. Let's go and now have a look at the fossil I mentioned earlier in the video.
The fossil that we're going to be showing you is a large section from a marine reptile called an ichthyosaur. It's got a really interesting story behind how Shay found it, and we'll tell you all about it. We'll get the fossil now and show you it.
We've come down to the beach to show you this incredible find. Me and Shay have both come down with the fossil. We're going to show you it. This is a fossil that Shay genuinely saw fall out of the cliff. He was out at the beach looking for ammonites, and unbelievably a few rocks fell down and this was one of them. Absolutely insane that this has happened. Probably a once in a lifetime event. To physically see it fall out the cliff is just something that I've never even heard of or never had it happen to me. My dad has prepared the fossil after many hours. We're also lucky enough to have a few other pieces which join onto it, but they're not prepared yet. Shay's going to bring the fossil over now and he's going to show you it, and I think you're going to absolutely love it just as much as we do. Let's get Shay to bring it over and we'll have a look at it.
Here is a look at the fossil that Aaron has just been talking about. It's a huge section of an ancient marine reptile called an ichthyosaur. It's all articulated and I think it looks absolutely stunning. It's a long section of a vertebra column with ribs that are running over the vertebra, which I think really adds to the piece. We've got some suspected, what we think are predation marks. So if we just look down here, we think this is where another beast living back in those times has actually tried to eat part of the creature. There's also another little tooth delve just there, which is really cool and just shows how savage these beasts must have been.
What did you think it was when you heard it fall out of the cliff?
Well, like most people, you wouldn't expect it to be anything, but I thought better safe than sorry. Went over to the cliff to see what had fallen out, and I actually found this along with a fully articulated paddle that had fallen out the cliff. So a paddle actually joins to this section of nodule, and as well as that, we've got a large part of the vertebra column still to attach to the rest of the block, which is really exciting.
One of your favourite finds then?
Oh, definitely up there.
Looks quite heavy.
Yeah, it's reasonably heavy. Solid block of bones.
Let's have a closer look at these fossilised bones, and then we'll be moving on to have a look at the third out of the 3 fossil hunts of this video. I really hope you're enjoying it so far. Now let's move on to the third fossil hunt. Should be a good one.
There's been a massive shale fall which we're going to be having a look through today. Let's walk along the beach, see what fossils we can find along the way, and when we reach the fall, hopefully there's something really exciting to be found. Let's get straight into it. First thing we're going to do is have a look along some of the shingle and some of the shale and see what fossils we can find. Possibly not too much exciting here, but we've got lots to look forward to in today's video.
There's a couple of partial pyritic ammonites preserved in the shale right there. There is another which is better preserved and less eroded, and further up there is another much larger pyritic ammonite, probably a Harpoceros, just starting to be eroded by the tide. The rest of the ammonite, in theory, will be just under this layer of shale and will gradually be exposed and then eroded away. Here's a small belemnite, pretty much completely revealed.
quite a small example of a squid-like creature. Here's another example of a pyritized Harposaurus ammonite. Seems to be quite a few around. It's nice seeing them. A shame most of them will get eroded away to nothing, but at least capturing them on video like this, lots of people will get to see them. Lots of little pyrite clusters on top of the fossil. This belemnite here is also completely exposed, right to the very tip of the belemnite guard. Not very eroded at all, must have just recently become exposed. A lot of people think at first they look like fossilised teeth, and you can see why. Another ammonite preserved just over there, some fossilised shells as well. Quite a few fossils all preserved near each other. Let's have a look across this rock pool, see if there's any fossils to be found. Oh, there's a nodule there. Part of a Harposaurus ammonite on the surface. Oh, it's got a little ammonite sat on the outer whorl of the larger specimen. It's not one that I'm going to take home, however it looks really nice, really pyritic. Leave it here for someone else to find. See if there's anything else we can spot as we're walking along. Tiny, poorly preserved ammonite there. Just need to find a nice big complete one. Doesn't look like there's too much here at all, so we'll head further up the beach and have a good look along the way before we get to the big fall. You can see here an absolutely massive fall of sandstone. It's been down for quite some time. You can even see right at the top where the path used to be. Just goes to show you should never be close to the cliff, either at the cliff edge or the bottom of the cliff, because as you can see, people literally used to walk right along there before the cliff fell down. So far we've not found any 3D ammonites, but I have just seen this. Potentially this could be the first of the day. A little bit broken on the outer whorl, however, if you look at that, the centre of the ammonite looks to be perfect. All that needs to be done is for this little piece of limestone to be removed. We'll have a perfect ammonite underneath. Well, we found a few pretty nice fossils there in the shale. Not quite what we're looking for, so let's keep searching and come across something a bit more exciting. It's been a massive ammonite in that slab there. Look at the size of that. That's huge. What a shame it's not 3D. Still pretty nice to see though. So the nodule down here has had a crushed ammonite. I wonder if there's any others around here. It looks like there's potentially something in that nodule there, although I'm not 100% sure. It's worth a look though. It looks to me like that might be the keel of an ammonite. Quite a large specimen if it is. Yeah, it's definitely an ammonite. Not sure what species or how well it's preserved. Pretty big specimen inside that. It's hard to know if it's going to be completely preserved or not, so it's actually worth giving that a quick tap with the hammer and chisel. You can see more of the edge revealed already. Bit more of it revealed. Last little bit to go. If you look here, that's what we've just revealed, and there's a crack where the rest of the rock is about to come away. There we go. What do we think it's going to be like inside? Is it going to be preserved well or completely crushed? Let's see. Oh, nice! That's a really lovely ammonite. I'm not even sure what species that is, to be honest. I'll have to take it home and see what Shay and my dad think. That is awesome. That's a really, really lovely fossil. Wasn't expecting that whatsoever. Just take a little bit of preparation and it'll be ready for display. Just to help with the preparation, I'm also going to take that little piece that fitted back on there. Just so if it is a rare specimen, we can easily glue that on and just prepare that bit of outer whorl. Great.
We're pretty much about to reach the big shale fall now. Fingers crossed there's going to be something nice there to be found. I'm already over the moon with the fossil that we've just found. It's going to be hard to top that one.
You can already see bits right there where the cliff has fallen. And there's all of the shale slabs that have been left there after the tide has come along and washed them all. Let's put my bag down and we'll have a look for some fossils. A couple of really impressive belemnites already. Look at that. Loads of ammonite impressions. You can see the difference with those other ammonites that we had a look at earlier in the video. These specimens here are much more pristine because they've literally just been exposed. Nice nodule filled with ammonites. So many slabs here to look through. Of course, we've got to bear in mind that a lot of rock has fallen, so we're not going to be getting too close to any of that, but we'll look at the slabs of shale around the perimeter of the fall. Part there.
Big Phyloceras ammonite. Couple of pieces where it's broken across. Imagine how big that entire specimen would have been. It would have been ginormous. Really hoping for a big fossilised skull to be washed out of this fall. Although maybe it's a bit too wishful thinking. Oh, if you look there, that rock has had some sort of ammonite at the side of it. It's probably worth putting our chisel in, lifting that shale and revealing the specimen that's further underneath or within this nodule. I'll quickly go get the tools and we'll have a look inside.
Just as I was going back to get my tools, just then I've literally come across 2 ichthyosaur paddle digits completely out of the blue. Wasn't expecting it at all. I'll show you them now.
There was a slab I'd come across. Couldn't believe it. It's perfectly exposed paddle digit. Need a little bit of preparation, but these are a couple of the bones from a flipper of an ichthyosaur. Right here you can see another one. Break some of the shale from around it. Perfect bone underneath. You can see there the detail from the bone. It's absolutely perfect. Just need a little bit of air abrasive work to remove that top layer of shale. Two digits from the same flipper. I did have a quick look around, but I couldn't see any more. So it's quite possible if there was any more of this flipper, it might be all separated and broken up amongst the slabs, but as we're going along I'll keep having a little look, see if there's any others that we can spot.
Now, as we initially planned to do, let's have a look inside this nodule.
Seems like there is another ammonite, but it's not preserved within the nodule. It's preserved on the bottom of it, so it's completely crushed. Oh well, just the way it goes sometimes.
That nodule that we just removed from the shale slab and I thought was going to be completely empty, I decided to open it up, and you're not going to believe what was inside. I'll show you it now.
Here's a look at what was inside of it. How incredible is that? That certainly took me by surprise. Can't believe it. I love how pyritic it is. It makes it even more special when you had no idea at all that there was going to be anything there. I'm so glad that I decided to open that nodule just on the off chance.
Well, we've had a pretty good look for some fossils there, and I'm really pleased with the 2 ichthyosaur paddle digits which we managed to come across. Would have been nice to find a few more digits from the flipper, but I'm really happy with what we did find. Now, to top it off, let's head home and look at another fossil which we found on another recent fossil hunt which has been prepared. Really excited to show you it.
Given that we found 2 paddle digits in today's video, I thought I'd show you a preview of some paddle digits that we're also working on at home. This is a paddle that is completely articulated. Absolutely unbelievable. I'll be sure to give you an update on these when we've done some more preparation work on it. Every single nodule here contains an ammonite fossil. They range from large to small ammonites and also different species. The majority of nodules here will open up really well. You can never guarantee which ones will, however these have the best chance. If you'd like a selection of ammonites to open up yourself at home, please contact us on our Instagram page, yorkshire.fossils, or alternatively visit our official website, yorkshirefossils.net, for both ammonites to open yourself as well as fully prepared specimens. And if you do get some, I really hope you enjoy opening them, and thanks in advance for supporting what we do.
I hope you've enjoyed having a look at that fossil. If there's any other fossils in mind that you would like to see in future videos, let us know in the comments. We can certainly look to including some of those.
That's the end of our 3 fossil hunting videos. Some of the best fossil hunts we've had in 2022. I hope you've enjoyed having a look back at these 3, which were some of our favourites. Let us know in the comments which fossil hunts of this year on our channel were your favourites, and we'll see you in the next video.